The counterintuitive technique for approaching hot girls during the day is quite simple, and I'm going to explain that to you guys right now. But before we get into it, why don't you give me a thumbs up? Click on that subscribe button. Now, there's a bullshit hot girl that you've just spotted during the daytime, and you want to approach her. Now, how do we get into that interaction and have a good conversation with her, try to build up a little bit of rapport, get her phone number, get her contact information, or a little bit more? The counterintuitive technique is to complain about something in the environment. Actually complain about something in the environment. As an example, you're in the line because usually a lot of my clients will be living in the city, in the West. There's a large volume of people running around in the West. We have a lot of immigration. It's usually overcrowded. You're going to find yourself in lines all the time. You're going to find yourself in situations where there's a lot that you can complain about. And I recommend you opening with a complaint about something in the environment. Let's just say you're in the line at Starbucks as an example, and there's the line's moving a little bit too slow. You get up behind her or in front of her in the line, and you just turn to her and you let her know that it's always so busy here, and you're disappointed with this, and you're disappointed with the service, and you're almost projecting. It's almost like a DHV that you expect more. Another example is maybe she's sitting on a bench. You happen to sit on a bench as well. Maybe you're waiting for a bus or a train, and you complain that the train or the bus is always late, or there's a construction going on. You're complaining like an old granny. Okay. And this is something that no guy is going to do that is attracted to a girl. He's going to go over to a girl and be agreeable. He's going to act like the brainwashing that we have suffered from in the West for a very long time. He's going to be super nice. He's going to agree with her. He might give her compliments. He might say, "Oh wow, there's a new construction going up, and it is really nice. It's great that it's taking 10 years to be built, and $100 billion. Why there's homeless people everywhere? That's just great." I recommend you do the total opposite. You approach the girl, or you sit next to the girl, or you're in the line with the girl, and she's a smoke show. She's hot, and you complain about your environment, and you'll be surprised. She sees the same environment you do in an objective way. And you come across, it's a subtle DHV, it's a subtle mystery method. It's not really a mystery method, but it's a subtle DHV. It lets her know that you expect more from your environment. You have higher standards. And a guy with higher standards expects higher quality women, and if she's a smoke show, you'll be projecting to her that you're good enough for her. You expect more out of life. You have high standards, and therefore you will expect that in every aspect of your life, and that would be including dating. And that's something that very few men in today's society are doing. So you're not only going to be projecting high value, high status, you're also going to be different from every other man out there. And she's more likely to talk to you because you are different, you are interesting. And there's a dash of polarization in there as well, because you don't really care what she thinks. You're telling her what you think, which is also a high status male thing to do. Coming across too agreeable, coming across and making out everything's okay when it's not. The slave mind. You don't want to be like every other man. You want to stand out. You want to look different. You want to act different. You want to come across like you have some standards. And that's the one technique, the one strategy that will help you to get into interactions with hot women. Now, if you like this tip, give me a thumbs up and go to my website, fill out the form if you're interested, and do some online coaching with myself. I have a online mentorship. I highly recommend it. Having someone like-minded that you can reach out to at any stage and almost any time of the day, as long as I'm awake and I'm not already busy, I will take your call or I'll read your message and reply to you. You send me audio recordings, you send me screenshots of text threads, you send me what you're doing with your dating apps, even everything's involved. You've got a date, we strategize your date, pulling techniques. We cover everything, not just the cold approach, not just the texting, not just the dating, the pulling, trying to build a rotation, everything. We cover all of that in the online mentorship. And there's not too many men in the West that you can rely on that are like-minded and want to improve this aspect of their lives. I know back in Australia that there's very few men that want to talk about that. They think you're a creep for talking to women. They think that strategizing around dating, it should just come naturally, even though it's not. And the majority of them are just living through the ancient collapse of the Roman Empire with lots of bread and circuses. They're drunk and they're watching the football and they're watching the West burn around them. And if you want to be different, you want to have someone like-minded that you can talk to on a whenever you like, sign up to the online mentorship. It is priceless. And if you like this video, give me a sub, give me a like. I'll speak to you guys soon.